Hi, I'm Mark Woolbright, and I'm here to talk about the Smart Slope retaining wall system. In particular, I'd like to talk about how Smart Slope is very appropriate for Department of Transportation and infrastructure markets. Historically, the DOT market has used cast-in-place concrete for very difficult applications, panel walls for similar difficult applications where vertical walls are needed and there's room to dig behind, and then more recently some of the large wet poured blocks for walls that might be relatively tall, maybe in the 10 to 12 foot range, without the need to dig back and have geogrid reinforcement, therefore saving room for utilities and easements. To a lesser degree, departments of transportation are certainly aware of, but have used in a limited way, small closed-face modular blocks. A lot of the reason is durability and the way they're built. One, the small modular blocks are normally made on a block machine, and they're made out of dry cast concrete, which is relatively porous and wants to absorb a lot of moisture. And the departments of transportation, in my experience, have run across a lot of durability issues with those modules surviving freeze-thaw cycles. Another problem with those types of systems is they have a frictional connection to geogrid reinforcement. And what happens is it is not a positive mechanical connection. It's not a very efficient use of the reinforcement elements, and the elements themselves lend themselves to a lot of slack, and so there can be a lot of movement in these types of walls. So what I've seen, and what we at Smart Slope have seen, is the departments of transportation really minimize their reliance on the small modular blocks, and they're starting more and more to rely on the large wet cast systems and the panel wall systems. And Smart Slope is a bit of a category killer, and it cuts across all those markets. It's small and handleable like the dry cast modular blocks, but Smart Slope is made out of wet cast concrete. So we have embodied within it the same performance characteristics of the concrete that would be in the large wet cast blocks and the panel wall systems or cast in place walls. Next, Smart Slope has a mechanical connection to its reinforcement elements. And the reinforcement elements are inextensible strip reinforcements similar to those used in panel walls. So you end up getting sort of a hybrid. You have a small handleable block like a small modular block. It's easy to get into a lot of places and easy to erect with relatively small equipment, but then it reinforces like a panel wall and has the reliability of a reinforced backfill zone like a panel wall. Smart Slope also, as a slope system, has quite a bit of setback. Its natural is 70 degrees, and then we have preset spacers that enable the contractor to build a very precise 60-degree wall angle or 50-degree wall angle. And what happens here is now we're not really a structure like a wall, and these systems can be looked at different. In areas where you've got slopes coming down to the roadway or slopes coming off the edge of the roadway, as opposed to the cost and price point of a nearly vertical system like a panel wall or some of these big wet cast systems, you could start to look at Smart Slope in a slope configuration, and the price point difference would be considerable. The panel walls are going to be, roughly around $45 a square foot installed, and the large wet cast systems are going to be $30 to $40 a square foot installed. You're going to have Smart Slope in there around the $25 a square foot range. So that enables the tax dollars and the public's money to go a lot farther, and it enables the agency to build more wall and slope stabilization for the buck. That's a good thing in this economy. Now, the next thing that Smart Slope does extremely well is it's a value-added aesthetic product. As opposed to relying on the face itself to give the look of the finished wall, Smart Slope relies on plant material. And the plants will grow out and cover this over, and so then you really don't know that the improvement is there. It minimizes the impact of a needed structure. It's a cost-effective structure. It's a engineering favorable, stable structure, with a mechanical connection of strip grids. And it also becomes something that the others do not do, and that is this returns habitat to the constructed area. Now we've got habitat for native pollinators, for birds, for other creatures. Now we've got an opportunity to filter and hold runoff water, slow down its path to rivers and streams, certainly, and we've got an opportunity to recharge the environment a bit. We've got native plant material that can very easily be seeded in here that's going to sequester carbon and filter pollutants and nutrients from the rainwater and runoff water. So Smart Slope is structurally good, price point good, environmentally good, and it makes your public dollars go a lot farther. So those are just some of the reasons why Smart Slope might be an excellent alternative for your public transportation project. So the next time you're looking to specify a section of roadway and you've got some obvious grade changes there, give us a call at Smart Slope LLC and let us take a look at the project and see if we can help you make a good, environmentally sound solution. Thank you very much.